This excavator unexpectedly fell off the transport truck just as it reached its destination, highlighting an unfortunate and dramatic end to its journey. Surveillance footage captured an astonishing moment: a fully loaded truck preparing to unload, yet the payload remained unmoved. The driver, confused, checked if the side panels were stuck. After confirming they were down, he resumed raising the hydraulics. Meanwhile, another truck sped away, sensing trouble. Suddenly, disaster struck. The bucket tilted, causing the truck to topple over like a domino. This was a significant and avoidable mishap. We should commend this responsible woman for stopping her car to safely guide two rogue tires off the road. A pile of scrap metal fell from a truck, turning the highway into a tire and rim demolition zone for drivers who were caught off guard. The trailer carrying iron frames accidentally scattered them across the highway, likely due to inadequate securing during loading. This person skillfully maneuvered the tire to roll the rock down, demonstrating impressive control and precision. While speeding down the road, this truck lost a tire, which then wedged itself between the two rear tires. The truck failed to notice the traffic signal ahead or the parked car in its path. Two repairmen were working on a forklift tire when the tire suddenly exploded, sending them flying. A truck tire explosion is extremely dangerous, as it is under high pressure when inflated. The tire shot 30 meters into the air upon bursting. Fortunately, no one was nearby at the time. Always maintain a safe distance from large trucks, and if you notice a tire patch, replace it promptly. A red car abruptly slammed on the brakes near the exit, indicating it had missed its turn. It attempted to slow down and make the exit just as a semi-truck approached from behind. The truck swerved sharply to avoid a rear-end collision, but the trailer pushed against the truck's cab, causing it to slide before coming to a stop. Meanwhile, the red car continued on. This incident highlights the importance of following traffic rules to maintain safety on the road. Noticing the green light was about to expire, the motorcyclist sped up to cross the road, causing the truck to lose control. A truck carrying fruits took a sharp turn, spilling its entire load onto the road, turning it into a chaotic fruit spill. The engine of that white truck was smoking heavily, resembling the aftermath of a costly cigar. The front truck made a critical error by crossing the road without checking its surroundings, as though it had lost awareness of its rear view. The man in the red shirt positioned himself dangerously within the wheel loader's blind spot, but miraculously he managed to narrowly avoid injury. This wheel loader lost control because the driver couldn't properly see the traffic signals. A timber truck, fully loaded, overturned in the intersection, causing significant delays and requiring an entire day to clear the debris. The front forks of this forklift unexpectedly pierced through the car door with surprising delicacy. A truck that caught fire is currently being escorted to a nearby water pumping station to extinguish the flames. When encountering large and specialized cargo transports, it's best to maintain a safe distance, as evidenced by the truck stopping unexpectedly, putting both itself and others at risk. A truck driver fell asleep at the wheel, causing the vehicle to veer off course and collide with another truck traveling normally. Both drivers were wearing seatbelts, minimizing injuries. The sleepy driver sustained only minor injuries. According to road safety regulations, he was found fully responsible for the accident. The driver of the white car likely could not resist the urge to jump onto the transport truck's bed. A man had barely finished his ice cream when a car zoomed by, startling him to the point of near fright. Let's acknowledge this quick-thinking woman for spotting a runaway truck with no driver inside the cabin and taking immediate action. Fortunately, the woman driving the out-of-control black car emerged unscathed from the incident. In this dramatic scene, captured by a surveillance camera, a bus was preparing to make a U-turn when a speeding motorcyclist failed to stop in time. Surprisingly, the motorcyclist swerved and avoided the collision, demonstrating impressive reflexes. A black car continuously bumped into a silver car in front of it. Initially thought to be accidental, it was later revealed that the driver, a novice, confused the brake for the accelerator, causing the car to stall and creating panic among bystanders. After flipping over, the car miraculously spun back onto its wheels, as though it had respawned at a save point in a video game. A black car lost control on the highway and flipped upside down, only for a truck driver to approach and collide with it, using the car as an unintended roadblock. A new electric car, possibly in self-driving mode, failed to adjust for the heavy rain and barreled through the median into oncoming traffic, proving that not all autopilot systems are equipped for extreme conditions. The black car suddenly realized it had missed its exit and came to a sudden stop, catching the truck behind it off guard. Fortunately, the truck swerved just in time to avoid a collision. The driver of the silver car ahead would benefit from a driving course, as their approach to merging seems erratic and unsafe. The crane's exhaust emitted a powerful blast, sending a black electric car flying through the air, much like a leaf caught in the wind. A container truck, either unable to brake in time or suffering a brake malfunction, caused a chain reaction that led to a pileup involving 7 vehicles. The collision was so severe that the engine of the car detached and rolled onto the road, almost as if the car decided to shed a few components. This truck attempted to back up on the highway, despite flashing warning lights indicating the potential danger. The excavator appeared to be at risk of toppling with just the slightest disturbance. A truck scraped the corner of a boulder, causing it to break into pieces that fell onto the road, creating an unexpected hazard for other drivers. The truck appeared unaware of the white car trying to cross the road, continuing at full speed without slowing down. Both of these vehicles failed to follow proper road rules by proceeding through the intersection in an unsafe manner. The makeshift wooden supports on the left side of the truck's cargo bed were a creative yet hazardous solution to the problem at hand. The truck driver likely fell asleep at the wheel, dreaming of winning a marathon with his truck. It's unclear why these two men thought kicking the truck's tires would solve the problem, even though they were clearly falling off. Perhaps they believed the truck needed a foot massage. The truck was speeding so quickly through the curve that its trailer swung off course and collided with a bus beside it. A man got out of his car to cross the street for a smoke, but his vehicle stubbornly stayed in place, as though attached to him like a loyal companion. The woman in the white car likely left the gas pump nozzle in her tank and drove off without realizing the error, despite attempts to warn her. This truck, driving on a dirt road, sank so deeply that it was unable to recover, eventually tipping over dramatically. The white car got dangerously close to the truck's blind spot, illustrating how easily drivers can put themselves in harm's way by failing to be aware of their surroundings. Both drivers were wearing seat belts and were not injured in the accident. The circumstances of the crash were unusual, and although it was raining heavily, the drivers should have been more cautious and followed the road safety guidelines. The smoke emanating from the tractor's engine continued to intensify as the door was jammed shut, forcing nearby drivers to assist with fire extinguishers. Despite the efforts to put out the fire, the situation escalated rapidly, with flames engulfing the front of the tractor. Emergency responders arrived, but the driver remained trapped in the car. Eventually, a truck was used to separate the cab from the body, allowing for the driver's rescue. This tragic accident resulted in the destruction of several vehicles, with one fatality. Investigation revealed that the fire was caused by a fuel leak and spontaneous combustion, though no fault was found with the vehicle's braking system. Distracted and drowsy driving were suspected to be the cause of the crash. semi-trailer truck caused an accident when its rear steel section surged forward due to inertia during emergency brake, crushing the cab and leaving the driver trapped. His wife was thrown out of the vehicle but survived. Firefighters arrived to free the driver, but he had already passed away. The cause of the accident was determined to be an attempt to avoid a sudden obstacle, leading to a tragic series of events. The traffic police later discovered that the electric vehicle responsible for the incident had fled the scene. The investigation into a semi-trailer accident revealed that the driver of the electric vehicle involved had caused the crash by abruptly crossing into the truck's path, leading to a collision that left the driver and his wife in critical conditions. The incident highlights the dangers of sudden and reckless driving behavior.